This is the hardest one of all. Bluegrass pioneer Earl Scruggs is deader than most of the guys in Deliverance. Now, when I say bluegrass pioneer, I don't mean one of the first to end up in Kentucky. What can I say about Earl Scruggs? Legend, banjo-picking prodigy, was known to associate with hillbillies, had a purty mouth. We met in the backwoods. Earl was picking and grinning. I was picking my nose harp. But when I picked up my guitar, Earl and his banjo challenged me to a duel. Yep, and we were off. I won because my guitar hero was El Kabong. I smashed my guitar over Earl's head, and I was, destroying my instruments long before Hendrix and the Who. I was out, and Earl replaced my guitar with Lester Flatt. They hit it off and hit it big when they were embraced by some banjo-loving hillbillies from Beverly. The theme was the Ballad of Jet Clampett. And Earl, he up and wrote one for me, the Ballad of Bob. Let me tell you a story about a man named Bob, a poor some bitch who up and lost his job. Then one day he was shooting up some dude, and out from the crowd come a bubbling feud. Sacked old Texas team, good old boys. Next time I bumped into him, I was driving the getaway car for Bonnie and Clyde, and accompanying us from the back seat were Flatt and Scruggs. Later, he was delivering an arrow to Steve Martin. It was one of those gags that backfired. Earl invited us up to jam a little Foggy Mountain breakdown. I couldn't keep up, and I broke down. Earl was the best. He gave us the 3-finger when he lost 2 of his trying to string his banjo. He was the face of bluegrass. I was the poster boy for blue balls. Ironic, he developed an allergy to bluegrass, and he died in my arms. Let me tell you a story about a man named Bob, a poor some bitch who up and lost his job. Then one day he was trying to do a bit. All of a sudden, it all went to shit. To tell you a story about a man named Bob, a poor some bitch who up and lost his job. Then one day he was shooting up some dude, and out from the crowd come a bubbling feud. Sacked old Texas team, good old boys. Let me tell you a story about a man named Bob, poor some bitch who up and lost his job. Then one day he was working on a bit, and all of a sudden it all turned to shit. They said, Bob, California is the place you ought to be. So I loaded up my stuff and I went and hit the street. Y'all come back here, you hear? Y'all come back now, you hear? I challenge you to a duel. To a duel. Din-din-din-din-din. There we go.